Any money that's received from a gift aided donor needs to be entered through the gift aid donations menu option. So if we select this, we're going to book through some other donations. So these are from donors that don't pay on a regular basis, so some ad hoc donations. So if we go in here and we put a reference in here, so say for example we're doing the whole month of July's ad hoc donations, so we could put something in like July donations. You can put a reference to in for a bit of further information if you want to, and the same with comment, or you can leave these fields blank. The money account at the top here, this will default to your station only, and it will default to your current account. So if it needs to be a different account, click the down arrow and select it from the list. The default donation account here, so this is the account the actual donation amount's going to. So if we click on the down arrow and you select whichever the correct account is for you, and then you have the gift aid income account. So again, click the down arrow and select the gift aid code. So what this means is the amount of the donation will go against this account, and the amount of gift aid that you can receive for the donation will go against this account. So let's say the donor gave £100, so you'll have £100 going into your bank, £100 will go against your default donation account, and then £25 would go against your gift aid income account, because that's the amount that you're owed from HMRC for the gift aid. So the station code will always be your station, and the project code, if relevant, you can select it from the list here. So if we go down to default date, so if we enter a date in here, it means that it will default use this date on any lines in the grid that you enter, that you don't put anything in the effective date column. If you're doing a month's worth of donations, it's probably likely that they're all going to be on different effective dates. So you could just leave this default as today's date. So if we move down to the grid, so if we start entering some donations, so let's say we had a donation on this date, so I've just typed that date in. So now we need to select the donor. So we can do this either by right clicking in the donor reference, and that will give a list of all your donors in donor reference order, or you can right click in the name column, and this will give you a list of all your donors in surname order, or you can double click on either the donor reference field or the name field, and this will give you your donor selector screen. So from in here you can search on your donors by reference or surname or postcode. So if for example I put in an S in the surname and then click the down arrow, what that will do is that will find all my donors that have got a surname beginning with S. So you just click on the one that you want and click on select, and it puts that donor information in. So it's put their name in for you. So amount is obviously the amount that they've given you. Station, if you leave this blank, it will default to your station at the top here, which will always be your station that you've logged in as. Again, project, if you leave it blank in the grid, it will default to what you've put at the top of the screen here. If it's different, you can right click and choose a different project. However, you can leave all these blank if the project's not relevant. Again, with the donation account, if you want it to be booked to a different donation account, so not 2120 in this particular case, it needs to go to a different account, you can right click and you can choose a different account. And you can put a note against the line if you want to as well. So then you'd move down to the next line in the grid and you'd put the next one in. So put the date in again. So again I need to select the donor. So you can do that by right clicking, or you go into your donor selector. put the amount in again. And I'm going to leave the donation account so it goes to 2120 in this case. Also, the gift aid flag will default to what you have set in the donor maintenance screen. If, for example, this particular person, you can't claim gift aid on this particular donation, you can override this and make that a no. So you can't claim gift aid on that particular one. Once you've entered everything, just click on confirm. Again, what it's done is it's just put the defaults into the grid here, and it checks everything's okay. Once you've got a red record button, you know nothing's missing. Click on record, and that's the transaction done.